Hi and welcome to this third and final video on sight reading. In this video we're going to focus on rhythm. You will learn the 7 most popular types of notes that you'll find in any music, as well as the 4 most popular types of rhythms. There will be some PDFs that you will need to download as and when is required. Let's get started. Before we start the video, make sure that you've got a metronome. Now you can either purchase one or download one from any app store. Doesn't matter which one you get, they all work the same way, as this will be used for your training. To make any tune memorable, it is important to not only understand how to read each note and where they are located on the piano, but also how long each note is held for. Without rhythm, music would not be memorable. Listen to this piece of music and see if you know what it's called. Do you know what the tune is called, and do you think the music is memorable? Now listen to it again. I'll play the same notes in the same order, but this time I'll play it with the correct rhythm. Do you see why it's so important to include rhythm in your playing? Even a simple tune like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star needs to be played correctly in time, otherwise it doesn't sound correct. Listen to this rhythm and then clap it back. Did you find it easy to do? Here's the rhythm. Can you read this? Now ask yourself this question. If you can't read this rhythm, how did you clap it correctly? The answer is by feel. During the video, whenever asked to do so, always clap each rhythm. You will not only learn to read and understand the rhythms, but more importantly, you will learn to feel each rhythm too. The other thing I want you to do in your training is to count out loud along with the beats. Counting out loud will teach you to hear the distance between each beat, which is important because in this video you will have up to 4 notes within 1 beat to clap. If you can't feel the distance between each beat, then you will find it hard to feel notes between each beat. Also, by counting out loud, you can hear whether or not you're speeding up or slowing down. There are many time signatures that are used in music. The most popular is 4/4. Here's a list of some others. In this video tutorial, we will focus only on 4/4 time signature, though everything taught here applies to both 3/4 and 2/4 time signature. In music, there are 5 types of notes and rests that are the most widely used. Take time to study the next 5 screenshots. Learn each note, rest and beat off by heart. If you have 2 or 4 quavers next to each other, they beam the tails across. This just makes it easier to read. Notice that the semi-breve rest hangs from the 4th line, 4 beats, and the minim rest sits in the middle line, minim. Now let's have a look at the basics. In the music you can see the treble clef, and just to the right of that is the time signature 4/4. This is where all your time signatures will be located. This example shows 3 bars, and because it's 4/4, you would count each bar up to 4. It doesn't matter how fast you count, as long as you are not speeding up or slowing down. Here is the time signature 3/4. This means that in each bar you would count only up to 3. And here is 2/4 time signature. Each bar gets 2 beats. Since 4/4 is the most popular time signature, I will use this from now on. In the picture you can see that 4 crotches can fill each bar, and you would count 1, 2, 3, 4 in each bar. Listen to how the beats are counted over the metronome click. The metronome has been set to 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This time I'll set the metronome to 120, which will increase the tempo, which means speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you set the metronome, each click will always be a crotchet. Pause the video and set the metronome to different tempos and count along yourself, only this time clap each note too. Do not look at the metronome, but hear the distance between each click. By clapping along to the notes, this will always give you a better idea as to how the rhythm would be played on the piano. If you counted and clapped the notes quicker, then your notes would get played quicker. If you clapped a slower rhythm, then your notes would be played slowly on the piano. In the picture you can see that some rests have been added. Do the same as before and practice with different tempos. If you see a rest, keep your hands apart, but remember to count the rests also. In this picture you can see that you can have 2 minims for each bar. When you have a note that's longer than 1 beat, hold your hands together until the next note. Remember to also try out different tempos on the metronome. Again, for this one, clap the first minim note and hold your hands together until the 3rd beat. Then move your hands apart for beats 3 and 4. Now we have a dotted minim followed by a crotchet. Set the metronome again to any tempo and don't forget to count out loud and clap. Now clap these semi-breves. This may seem easy, but remember to listen to each beat being counted on each click and that you are not speeding up or slowing down. Now let's try this one. Remember to keep counting every beat and keep your hands apart for any rests. Where a note is longer than 1 beat, keep your hands together. Now let's learn about quavers. Quavers are beamed in either groups of 2 or 4 notes. 2 quavers make up 1 beat, so you would have 2 quavers for each crotchet beat. To count in quavers, you have to first find the main crotchet beats. As there are 4 beats in each bar, the first thing to do is to circle each pair of quavers, making up 4 circles in each bar. If the time signature was 3/4, then you would have 3 circles. If it was 2/4, then you would have 2 circles. Once you have found the 4 main beats, the first quaver in each circle will have a number, and the second quaver will have a plus sign, meaning and. So this would be counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Have a look at this one and see if you can figure out how to count it. Find the 4 main beats and then imagine 4 circles. Add the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4 to each bar, and then the second quaver add the ands. Now let's count this rhythm. After the second bar, go straight back to bar 1 without stopping and repeat the 2 bars again. The metronome will be set at 70 and you will have a 4-click intro to start. Here we go. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Now let's do this again, but this time we'll count along and clap with the metronome. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. Now let's do this one. Pause the video to work out how you will count it before it starts. One and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Now try out the next 5 examples by yourself. When told, pause each example as the answer will show after each one. One, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Pause the video and try and work out this one. One, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Pause the video now and try and work out this one. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Pause the video now and try and work out this one. One and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and. And now try this last one. One, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. How did you get on with the last 5 examples? If you found any difficult, just go back and redo the examples until you're confident. Then move on to the next section, which will be about triplets. A triplet is played within one crotchet beat within one metronome click. You can see in the music that the number 3 is written above each triplet, with or without a bracket. To count in triplets, just say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now listen to how I count in triplets over a metronome click set at 70. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Set the metronome to 70 and do the following. Count out loud 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 over each triplet. Then count out loud and clap the triplets. Make sure you get the feel. Then try clapping without counting. Then try it with other tempos. Notice that by adding rest, triplets can look harder to read. To count these triplets, you only have to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and give each quaver and rest a number. Now I'm going to count and clap this rhythm with the metronome set at 70, and I will play the example twice for you. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Try this rhythm again, counting and clapping, but change the tempo between 50 and 70. Semiquavers are beamed in groups of 4. Each semiquaver is worth 1/4. So this means that you can have 4 semiquavers within one crotchet beat, within one metronome click. To count semiquavers, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In bar 2, you can see that there are only 2 semiquavers. The first note is a quaver and would get 2 semiquaver counts. In the last bar, the first note is a dotted quaver. This lasts for 3/4 of a beat, so the dotted quaver would get the first 3 counts, 1, 2, 3, and then the last semiquaver will get the last count, number 4. Listen to how I count semiquavers in groups of 4, and then pause the video and try it out for yourself with the metronome set at 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now count out loud and clap the notes along with me. Try and get the feel for these rhythms, but concentrate on saying the numbers equally in time, making sure that you say number 1 on each click of the metronome. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now just clap the notes along with the metronome. Set the metronome to 80 and repeat the process. Number 1, count out loud. Number 2, count out loud and clap the rhythm. Make sure you get the feel for the rhythms. Number 3, clap without counting. And number 4, try another tempo. You can see that by adding rests to groups of semiquavers, it makes the music harder to read. Remember that when you see one semiquaver, there will always be 3/4 left to count. Pause the video and take time to study the examples, and then set the metronome to 60 and practice going through the stages. These are the 4 main rhythms that you will come across in any music from beginner to advanced level. I'm going to test you now on these rhythms to see if you can switch from one to another. While the metronome clicks, I will ask you to either clap crotchets, quavers, triplets or semiquavers, and you have to clap the correct rhythm without pausing. Here we go. Crotchets, quavers, semiquavers, triplets, crotchets, semiquavers, triplets, quavers, crotchets, semiquavers, quavers, semiquavers. The one that most people have difficulty with are the triplets. If you have forgotten how to clap a triplet, do the following. Number 1, pat evenly on your legs, right, left, and so on. Second thing is to count out loud 1 2 3 1 2 3. Third thing is to count number 1 louder than 2 and 3 and tap your leg harder when you land on beat 1. And number 4, speed the tempo up and feel the rhythm. The faster you go, the more you'll feel the triplet. The ultimate goal here is to be able to clap each of these rhythms without counting. Go through all the rhythms found in this video and clap them at different tempos. Remember that one metronome click is worth 1 crotchet beat. As a reminder, in 4/4, crotchets, minims, dotted minims and semi-breves are counted over beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. Quavers are counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Triplets are counted in groups of 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And semiquavers are counted in groups of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Choose some music you are working on at the moment and write down how you would count each bar. Find 4 circles in 4/4, 3 circles in 3/4, and 2 circles in 2/4. Once you have done this, turn the metronome on at a slow tempo to start. Count out loud what you have written out. Then count out loud and clap the rhythm, always thinking about the feel of the rhythm. Then clap without counting, and then play the notes with the rhythm. Thanks for watching this final video on sight reading. I hope you enjoyed the course and I hope you learnt lots from it. Go through all the videos again and make sure that you mastered all the topics. Thanks again for watching and keep up the good work, and I hope to see you in another video.